In this video, I'm going to be reviewing these headphones. These are the Audio-Technica ATH-M50xBT. This is the Bluetooth version of these studio monitor headphones. And in this video, I'm going to be doing a long-term review of these awesome headphones with some pros and some cons. So let's get into it. Before I begin this video, of course, smash the like button and subscribe. You know what to do down below. And also, if you like this shirt, check out my shop, benaqua.shop. You can find all my merch there. So let's talk about these headphones. So I bought the Audio-Technica ATH-M50xBT. First of all, that is way too long of a headphones title. Like, they just need to call it like Headphones Pro. Anyway, the name of these headphones is really long, but the quality of these is really great. They run about $200. Right now, they're actually $180 on Amazon. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. But yeah, I've been using these headphones for studio monitoring, for making music, and just for general listening and watching movies and that kind of thing. So the most important thing to me in a pair of headphones is by far the audio quality. So let's talk about that first. In terms of audio quality, I would give these headphones maybe an 8.5 out of 10. They're really, really good. They definitely have a little bit of bass response and they go pretty deep into the sub bass, but they're definitely not super rumbly when it comes to really deep frequencies. The highs are nice and sparkly and they have a very nice kind of stereo width. When you listen to them, you can hear all kinds of details flying in and out from left to right. It's just very pleasing to listen to these, especially for a long period of time. Sometimes the high trebles can be a little sharp in these, like sometimes the S noises and the hi-hats, cymbals, that kind of stuff can be a little too edgy, like a little too crispy for my personal taste. But if you like a really sparkly treble kind of sound in your headphones, you're really gonna like these. The cons of the sound quality on these, I would say, is in the mids to the mid-lows. There's not a super thick sound to these. The bass is definitely there. It's just not very punchy. So in general, I do like the sound of these. I just wish there was a little more, mids and mid-lows in these and a little bit more bass. But then again, I'm usually not using these for really crazy listening where I want the most boomy and, theatric kind of sound. I mostly am using these when I'm making music, when I'm using them as a studio monitor. I really like the aesthetic of these. I do think they look kind of huge when they're on my head. They kind of jet out wide, but they do have a lot of give to them. They don't feel like they're going to break. They're made of this kind of matte plastic type of feel with a little bit of this metal on the inside. And I do like the band, like there's this nice kind of cushion that I do enjoy. And overall, they're pretty comfortable to wear. They fit right on my head pretty nicely. And I do wear these obviously with glasses underneath. And one thing I can say that's a little bit of a negative, but this isn't so much these headphones, it's just kind of over-the-ear headphones in general, is they do press down on my glasses a little bit and into my head. So it can actually create like a headache kind of feel for me. And my head gets a little hot under these. There's not a whole lot of air flow going in and out because these are closed back headphones. And I live in Texas, y'all. It is hot here. So I do have to take these off after about an hour or 30 minutes or something like that, just to cool my ears off a little bit because they do get a little moist, a little sweaty. But I do like that the sound signature on these is so even and it's so flat. It just sounds very pleasant to listen to, like I said. So it doesn't really feel like these are very fatiguing on my ears. I can listen to these for hours at a time. While they do get hot, they're not very fatiguing when it comes to the sound, which is a really good thing. One thing I do wish these actually came with, especially at the price point of about $200, is I wish Audio-Technica threw in a hard shell case for these. But I do appreciate that you can fold them up like this, and they're pretty compact. If you're traveling a lot, they're really awesome for that. I've used these for DJing several times too. These definitely don't sound like noise canceling headphones because they're not noise canceling headphones, but they do isolate your environment noises a little bit when you put them on, so you can kind of focus in on your music project. And that leads me to the next subject, which is the wireless capability of these. These use Bluetooth 5.0, which means they're lower power than other previous models or versions of Bluetooth. And the battery on these things is awesome. Audio-Technica says these headphones will last about 40 hours on one charge. These last like forever. I barely even have to charge these maybe once a month, and I'm talking about using it for at least an hour a day. But there is a downfall of the charging mechanism, and that is these headphones use micro USB. That alone to me kind of dates these a little bit. Not the end of the world, it's just kind of annoying, and it makes these seem kind of less premium for some reason. So when it comes to Bluetooth connectivity, the Bluetooth 5.0 works really well with this. I don't experience much latency or lag when it comes to playing music or for videos, even watching YouTube. I don't hear any kind of sync issues with these, so that's really good. But the big kind of downfall of the Bluetooth on these is they only pair with one device at a time, and they can't easily be transferred from device to device. You have to manually go into your Bluetooth settings every time you want to change the device you're using these with and disconnect these from that device and then connect them manually to the next device, which is not a huge deal. Like, it's not the end of the world, but sometimes I'll forget which device I'm using these on, and I'll turn them on and I'll hear the little beep that says it's paired with a device, but I won't remember which device it's on. You know, is it on my iPad? Is it on my laptop, my phone? So I have to go into each device and be like, did I use it on this device? Did I use it on that? Like, there's no manual Bluetooth pairing button on here where I can just unpair this with one device remotely and then just pair it with another device that I'm already holding. So I do wish there was some kind of pairing button on these that would make it a lot easier to be able to switch this from device to device. There are some multifunction buttons on these headphones though, like a volume up and a volume down. And then there's a multifunction button in the middle. They're very easy to use. The ease of use is amazing on these. You just kind of turn them on, they're paired, they're ready to go. Pairing is usually pretty fast with Bluetooth 5.0, so that's not really an issue. And while you can use these with a wire, obviously, because there is a 3.5mm headphone jack on there, but I prefer to use them most of the time with Bluetooth. I like having that wireless capability where I can just walk away with these headphones on, listen to my mix, and then come back, make a change, and then walk away and paste. It's kind of my weird process, but it works really well for that. So I do end up using these on Bluetooth about 95% of the time, and I don't notice a huge difference when it comes to audio quality between using Bluetooth versus using a cable situation, which is a really good thing, because sometimes you'll turn on Bluetooth on wireless headphones and then all of a sudden the audio quality will change, or you won't hear as much bass or treble, and it sounds like a more compressed sound. But seriously, I cannot tell almost any difference between the wired version of these or the Bluetooth version, which is a huge positive. And in conclusion, I do think they're an awesome deal, even at $200. I actually found an open box version of these, I think for about $129. And at that price, these are an absolute steal, I think, in terms of audio quality, build quality, the accuracy of frequencies. The overall design is pretty nice. The Bluetooth functionality is super awesome. I love being able to use these wirelessly. It makes a huge difference in my process. However, switching devices on these is a pain in the rump shaker. I wish these could connect to a couple devices at the same time so I can kind of seamlessly switch back and forth. That's not the end of the world though, and I still think these are an awesome value. So let me know what you think in the comments of these headphones. Have you used them? Do you have other recommendations for other Bluetooth headphones that you think are better than the ATH-M50xBT? It's so long. Anyway, I love these headphones. I hope you enjoyed this video. If it was helpful, smash the like button and the subscribe button, click the notification bell. Also, if you want to hear my music, search for Ben Aqua on Spotify and Apple Music. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.